1 minute here. Okay, so guys, TNT is a place where we come to communicate, to speak in English. We have other languages available too, like Italian, Spanish, French, German, sorry. And it's just a safe place. I am not here to teach you or to correct you. We are here just to really communicate and to practice the language. So please don't forget to be respectful, be nice, and don't correct each other. We usually split the people in small rooms, so I'm gonna split you just to have a comfortable conversation. In this room, you need to choose a leader, and this person is going to guide the conversation. It's not special, just read the questions and make sure that everyone will have some time to speak too. Okay? I really hope you enjoyed the conversation and the topic, and I will ask you just 1 minute to split the rooms. So, okay. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoy it and see you by the end of the meeting in 40 minutes. Okay, so see you later. Okay, if you didn't receive anything, it means you're going to be here with me in the main room. Yep, good. So we usually start introducing ourselves again. So, Atamis, can you start, please?
Yeah, let me set my microphone. Can you hear me? So I am Atamis, I'm 36. I'm from Minas. I'm an dietitian and I work as with a customer service as well. I'm an artist. So yeah, that's it.
Good, thank you so much. Rogério, it's really good to have you here. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Of course. Thank you, Bruna. Well, first of all, good morning. I'm Rogério. I'm 42. I live in Cosmópolis, São Paulo. And I have been attending here on TNT since the last year. And for me, guys, it's a pleasure to be here to practice English with you. Thank you.
Good. Monique, I will ask you to introduce yourself again, please. Can you do it?
Okay, hello everyone. I am Monique. I'm living in São Canedo. It's a major city in Goiás. I am an economist and I work with financial analysis. And it's a pleasure to talk with you guys.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here. Thank you so much. Genara, what about you? Can you introduce yourself again, please?
Yes, of course. Good morning, people. My name is Genora. I'm from São Paulo, but I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm administrator, but right now I'm retired. I live in Rio de Janeiro with my husband, but my family live in São Paulo. I'm happy to be here with you all.
That's great. I really hope you enjoyed the conversation. And I think I need to introduce myself again too. So, as I said, I'm Bruna. I live in São Paulo. I work as an English teacher. I live with my parents and my brother. I've been attending the meetings here on TNT since the beginning of September, and it makes me feel really happy to be here. And this place is just amazing. I love it. So I think we can start with the first question. That is, can you think of some gig economy companies? What type of services do they offer? So they talked a little bit about it on the video, but I want to know from you if you know more companies like that. Rogério, can you start?
Okay. Well, guys, actually, we nowadays we have a lot of gig companies. Is we have a bunch of gig companies. However, the only one that I can remember right now is Uber. Because I used to use this company, this app sometimes. It's really great because we can have a kind of transportation for a cheap price. And it's really useful for us nowadays. I can't deny it. And yeah, but I'm pretty sure that we have a lot of gig companies, but the only one that I remember right now is Uber and Uber Eats. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I think Uber is one of the biggest, right? Miss, can you think of any other?
Yeah, I know a lot of gig companies. Gig means concerts as well. It's interesting. Like go to a gig. Anyway, Airbnb, it's a one. Cambly is another one. We have Amazon is another one. So a lot of types of service. So yeah, Amazon's delivery and selling things, buying and selling. Airbnb is like hotels and hostels things. And I forgot the one. Cambly, it's a language service. So yeah, that's 3 ones I remember now.
Yeah, I was thinking here because here we have some companies like iFood too, right? Or some companies who know some companies that deliver services like beauty treatments. So this is something common here too. Genora, what about you? Can you think of any other companies?
I don't remember. Atamis talk for all the company. I didn't remember. Let me see. Mm, I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Monique, what
Okay.
about you? Can you think of any other? No problem.
Oh, I remember iPhone and 99 or Easy Taxes. And I don't know, it's popular in São Paulo, but here's the deliver. It's so popular. It's the drink, delivers drink. And this
That's
three.
true. That delivery is really famous. I've never bought anything there, but yeah, it's famous. Guys, people are asking for help in the room too, so I want you to start answering the question number two. Okay? Do you believe the gig economy is really the future of work? Why not? Atamis, can you help me now? Like just try to guide it while I check what's happening there.
Sure, no problem. So Monique, do you think, as an economist, do you think gig economy is a future of the work?
I believe it's the tendency, yes, and we need to think about the problems and the good and the bad points about this, but it's a future. The economy is the future. You have these companies that deliver things. You sharing the apartment, the cars. So for me, it's the future. Is the tendency.
And you, Rogério, what do you think? Do you think it is the future? Why or why not?
For sure, no shot of doubt. Guys, I work in a big company that makes smartphone for Motorola brand here in Brazil. And guys, do you think the big companies want to give jobs for everyone? No, they want to replace people for the machines because you don't have to pay machines for that. For example, in my company, we used to have a person to take the materials for our manufacturing. And guys, they create a robot to do that, you know. The robot take the material by itself. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. And because of that, I think in the future we'll have a lot of people working for this kind of business, you know, gig companies, because I mean in big companies they are replacing people for the machines, unfortunately, you know, and it's our future, unfortunately. And because of that, I think we have to be prepared, ready for the future, because we are more than 8 billion people on Earth, and we for sure we won't have a lot of job for everyone in the future, you know. And for sure, it's the future of our economy. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Rogério, for sharing. Monique, what do you think? Do you agree with Rogério? What's your point of view?
I answered the first, the Rogério.
Sorry. It's okay. I should have asked you if you had answered because I wasn't here, but that's okay. Genora, what do you think?
I think I agree with Rogério, because yesterday I listened a man, I don't know his name, talking about a big companies of logistics. The people it's more common for the people buy buy of telephone, and the company of logistic. I think the logistic live in your house in the I don't know how to say bolsa de valores. Um, um, Improve the when I put my money in the bolsa, uh, stock market, yes. Um increase I think 300%. Well,
That's
well, I don't have money in the what the name is, market, stock
stock market.
market, but who have the money in there, keep it rich.
Yeah, it's this. I really wanted to talk about this topic because I've been hearing many people talking about it, and I know this is a problem we have here in our country because these workers that are not well paid, they face many insecurity in their jobs. So that's the reason, in my point of view, this may not be the future. Maybe these workers will feel that this is not the best option in the future, or maybe they will keep doing these types of jobs because this may be the only option. So I really wanted to hear from you your ideas, just to have more ideas about it too. Atamis, what do you think? Do you think this is the future or not?
It's the future for poor countries. For rich countries, not the future, because they know, they really know how it works. If you have a short-term contract, or if you have too much freelancers, you can't support the economy really well. That's my point, and a point from people who lives in a rich country, or one of the richest country in the world. So I hope it's not the future, because as you said, there are jobs for everyone. If if everyone has the if it was like there's a balance, if it, so it's like when you have too much billionaires, of course many people will lose their jobs, they will lose their jobs. And yeah, I don't hope so, but it's not, in England, people who works in that place, like I said, Airbnb, Deliveroo, Just Eat, iFood, there's no iFood here, but Amazon, it's immigrants, people of color. So it's for poor people. So the richest, the whitest, they don't get this job. So it's a lot of things involved. So I don't hope so. I really don't.
Yeah, it's hard. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see the next one. Do you know anyone who works in gig economy companies? Share what you know about their experience, like something positive, something negative, what you have heard, or if you have already worked in these companies, how was this experience for you? So, Rogério, can you start, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, I know some people who work in gig companies because they lost their job because the pandemic, unfortunately, and they have been working as a Uber driver, and yeah, so far they say me that they are happy with that because they can make some money to support their families, and however, they said that it's a dangerous job, because they make touch with sometime with weird people, if you know what I mean, because it's a job. We can deny it, and yeah, but I know some people who work in a gig company because they lost their job, and so far they didn't find a job. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the same experience I've heard from some people. Like the guy that I know, he used to work at iFood, and it was just like that. It wasn't. He would work long hours, like more than 8, and like to earn a small amount of money. And yeah, it's not safe. Sometimes the customers just make them wait for a long time to take their food. And as you said, it's not safe. The environment is not that really safe. And you, Monique, how is your experience? Do you know anyone?
Yeah, of course. I know one guy, and it's not funny, but he started to work on Uber in the beginning, and I remember he told me, "Oh, I save money, but after the more and more people worked on Uber, he said, oh, the money is a little uh, few nowadays. So he worked so much. In the few months he stopped because the fuels it's hard price, and he decided to stop it. So in the beginning, he saw good points, but in the few months, say no, it's not for me because I pay for work it.
Yes, and this has been happening these days. I think like last year, since the prices have increased so much, many people stopped working for these companies, right? It's really sad. Atamis, what about you? Do you know anyone?
I know, but I don't remember any story. The thing I know here, the city I live in, is when I saw someone with a motorcycle, I know it's Brazilian, and they work as a delivery women or delivery men. So and I sometimes I hear they talking in Portuguese on the streets, and they have motorcycles. Nobody has motorcycles here, just the Brazilians. And yeah, I know I have a colleague. He works for Airbnb. Airbnb. Yeah, he's living in Colombia, but I don't know much about it. So in the city I used to live in, there's no such a thing. So yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for sharing. Janora, what about you?
I know some guys who work in the Uber. Sometimes guys have car or another guys rent a car for work. I know lawyer that who working in the Uber, administrator. My son, for example, works in TI and works in the time is free. Well, that's it.
Yeah, this is really common nowadays, right? It's a way of trying to earn more money, try to help with the expenses. It's really common. Guys, I'm gonna skip to question number 6. What do you think are the pros and cons of working for these gig economy companies? Are there any pros, more cons? What do you think? Atamis, can you start with this one? So number 6, the pros and cons of working for these companies.
The pros? You have a job.
Are there any? I don't know.
Like I don't see that's as far as I know, nobody wants to work as in the gigs companies, because there's any, I don't know, right. So you are for yourself. So the only thing is that for me, the pros, the cons, all of that. If you are sick, you got no money, you get no money for that day. You can't call in sick and say I'm sick, and then you have no rights. That's the cons in my opinion. Like the Uber, no, iFood and that Happy in Brazil, they're the other ones. People like were protesting against this. The workers were protesting against, because they didn't have time to eat. They delivered they delivery food, and they don't have food for themselves. So I don't see many pros. So anyway.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Janora, what do you think? Do you agree with Atamis? Can you see any pros in it?
I think that gain more money sometimes, but the life is more hard because the people don't have time for eat, for sleep, for take a shower. It's hard. If I afraid for take Uber in Rio de Janeiro, but the money is good. I think it depends. Sometimes it's good. Depend for the who take the job, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Rogério, do you agree with Janata or with Atamis? What's your point of view? What are the pros and cons?
Yeah, I agree. For example, when you work for a gig company, you can work whenever you want. For example, well, today I wanna work at day and at night because uh, I wanna make a lot of money. And in another day, we can think, well, today I just wanna work during the day because at night I don't wanna work and things like that. You make your time working for these kind of companies. However, we don't have the rights. For example, health insurance. It's very important when you work for a traditional company, and we don't have to our famous FGTS in Brazil. For us Brazilians, it's very important. When you work for this kind of company, we don't have this kind of rights. Okay, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think maybe having this flexibility. I don't know if that's the best part because, okay, you have the flexibility to choose the time you want to work, but if you don't work, you don't earn money. Just like Atami said, if you're sick, if something happens in your family, how will you pay your bills? How will you live your life? And if you don't have rights, which I think is the basic we need to have in our jobs. It's complicated, and I really think companies use this idea of doing your own work time to sell this idea of, oh, it's great because you can choose your own time, you can no, 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 no. So I think they usually romanticize. When I was trying to find the video, it was like many people just saying good things about it. So it's complicated. What do you think, Monique? Can you see pros or just cons? How is it for you?
Pros is so difficult to have, but uh, the good point that I see is the golf companies have the traditional companies the idea that the the employers can work at anywhere. It's the good thing, but the another companies thinks, it's possible homework or working the United States, live in Brazil, it's possible. It's the idea. It's the Gingo is the pandemic still, but the Gingo companies give the first time. And the con, well, those these employers don't have rights, and the salary it's lawyer. What's the name is? Uh, it's not charters.
Like small?
Small. Sorry, no, thank you. The salary is small, and I agree with the guys. If you are sick, if you're broke one thing, if you are need go to the hospital for the routine things. So we need think about this right and uh, review this right for the Ubers and the iFood and the another companies.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. Let's take a look at number 8. Are companies taking advantage? Are companies taking advantage of this new strategy and using it to avoid giving benefits to workers? How can we support this workers, no, because we are talking here about the rights that they don't have, and how it's not safe to work in these companies. But how can we support them somehow? Maybe not. I don't know. I want to hear from you. Genara, what do you think? Number 7.
I think that I don't understand what you ask me.
Okay, it's question number 7. Do you think these companies, like these gig companies, are taking advantage of this style of work to avoid giving benefits to their workers? And how can we support these guys, these workers?
I think that companies don't uh, doesn't don't pay the taxes for the people. The benefits uh, for the company, it's about 70%. It's correct, my answer?
Yes, I think so. I got what you mean. So they earn a lot of money, right? So it's good for
Yes,
them too.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Monique, what do you think? Do you agree with Janata? Do you agree? How can we do that? Like try to help them some way?
Oh, sports guys is it's hard because we depend the Uber, we depend the iPhone, and we use this gig companies all day. But I believe we supported in the protest when they say, oh, today don't use this because we stop it because you need the benefit. So when we support in this protest, the days, the stop at days, it's it's a help him, it helped them. So I believe it's this because they are many, they are different, and it's not the we don't have the sindicato, so it's complicated, paralyzed and have support. But I believe in this.
Yes, I agree with you. And I was thinking about it too. When I wrote the questions, like they don't have anyone to really be in front of it, and it's hard. And I also think the companies are taking advantage, and just like Genora said, of course they are thinking of money and of making profits and not really cared about their workers. No, it's hard. Atavis, I can see your face. What do you think?
I agree. Of course, they are taking advantage, but I don't think that it's as that's how the capitalism works. There's always a way. The capitalism will survive always above anything, always over anything. So I think as people, we can't do much. Like I see people say, yeah, you give a tip or something, but that's not our responsibility. It didn't work. Like the company is avoiding paying benefits and things, and we are giving more money to keep that that how can I say that that thing, like it's still the company not suffer anything. So I think maybe working in strategies like policies for everyone, like voting right or voting someone who can represent that category. I don't know, but as a person, I can't do much. I avoid sometimes deliveries from big companies. Like I use the delivery from the restaurant or but it doesn't do any effect. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's hard because if we give some tips, we are helping, but we are like reinforcing this system, right? So it's not really helping it. Rogério, what do you think?
Yes, yes, guys, I agree. I totally agree. I think these kind of company are taking some advantages about us, you know. However, think about, guys. What if we didn't have this kind of companies? For example, Uber. Let's use Uber as example. Because the pandemic, we nowadays we have a lot of people unemployed, and what if you didn't have Uber for them to make money, you know? And I think it would be terrible for us, you know, for our economy. And many people we are facing a lot of problems to make money, you know, to support their family. Of course, they take some kind of advantage because they don't pay our vacations, you know, they don't pay our FGTS, but you need to be grateful for because this kind of company because we can make some money when you get unemployed. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. I Let's see question number 9. How can companies organize themselves to change their policies and support their labor force? Monique, can you start with this one?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Okay,
The
I will say it
sounds
again.
stopped.
It's how can companies organize themselves to change their policies and support their labor force?
Whoa! Oh my!
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. The the first thing I believe is think the country when they work it because it's different. The Brazil the workout market and Brazil is different. The workout market and the US, for example, we have the right and we have the traditional things that we don't have in the US. And the first time is things, how does country think about the worker, the rights, the relationship, and uh, and then this discussing with the employers, the people who work at, and understand what this guys needs to work at and safe and good condition. So why this guys need to work at good and I believe is this is think about the counter, the traditionals, the safe conditions, the employers. So uh, speaking with the employers, it's
Yeah,
fundamental.
yeah,
Speaking
that's
and
great.
listening.
Yeah, that's what I thought you when I thinking of my answer. You know, it's just like maybe having someone in front of this group of workers who will share their experiences and the things that they really need, you know, their needs. But as we were saying here, companies are not that worried about it. They are more worried about their profits. So in my point of view, if they really wanted to change the system, they would have done it already because these companies have been running in countries for a while, you know, and it's hard. I don't think they want to change it, you know. Miss, I love your faces. What do you think about it?
I'm too. My face is too expressive. I don't know how to say. I should work on this. I can't lie. I'm just. You see what I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't think the companies themselves, like the heads of the companies, they organize. They organize to create policies to taking as much as possible from the workers and the economy in general. But I think we have to be more French in this, because they do a lot of strikes, they protest, they set fires on cars. They are really good in protesting. So in Brazil we have that things, and they have really good rights on. They get everything they want. I think in Brazil we have said we can't be violent but they are being I disagree with the violence. But if you burn a car sometimes, or if you broke some window of a bank, I don't really mind. And they like the strikes they do in France, they really do that. I disagree with the violence, but if you don't hurt anyone, injure anyone, it's fine. But I think you have to protest and do strikes, and because no company works without the workers.
Definitely.
So I think that's the way they are the company, we are the companies.
Yeah.
If everybody stop working, there's no product, there's no service. So maybe
That's true. Thank you for sharing. I loved it. Genara, what do you think? How do you think companies can organize themselves to change their policies?
My opinion is hard because I'm militant of the.
I saw like Lula Livre.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes. For me, in Brazil, the people don't keep together because we are calm. Well, I think that the road the first world have another vision. I study in France. I live for eight years in Europe. The people think different when the money finish in their house. Well, I don't know.
No, but that was great. Thank you so much for sharing. I loved it.
Yes.
And I loved your like pictures and everything in your background. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm calling everyone back. Let's check how the conversation was. Anna, how was it? Did you like the topic?
Sorry guys, my computer freeze for a second. So yeah, it was amazing. I came a little bit late, so I watched the end of the video and I was a little bit confused. But I Googled it, and then during the conversation with the guys on the room, we chatted about some options, some people that we know, and it was great.
That's good. I'm really glad you liked it. Epaminondas, what about you? I want to ask you the third question. Actually, the second. Do you think the gig economy is really the future of work? What's your point of view?
I don't know. I really don't know, because maybe for sure this type of job is rising, but I don't know if it will last, and maybe Uber or something like because the price of it's very expensive now. I really don't know.
It's okay, no problem. Thank you so much for sharing anyway. Yes, what about you? I want to ask you question number 10. Considering the political situation here in our country, since the prices are rising and also the expenses are high, like do you think these companies will last here in our country, or will they finish someday? What do you think?
So the conversation was so good, and I really believe in this, but I don't know. Sometimes I think people will prefer to work by their own, not by because of some companies, because they are taking advantage of workers. So yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard. I want to check with Monique. Thank you, Yas, for sharing and everyone who shared their experiences in the meeting. I just want to check with Monique and Genora how their first experience was. So, Monique, can you share with us if you liked it? How was it for you?
Oh, it's amazing experience. Uh, I I I need improve my speaking because I have many things here, but when I'm speaking, it's not easy. But it's the good conversation. We discuss many points, and I agree or disagree. It's building the good argument. So thank you. It's a good class.
Yes, I'm glad you liked it. Genora, what about you? How was it? Did you like it?
It was amazing for me. The people is very advanced. I don't know how I am getting to study for you. It was amazing. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, no, but you did great. Like just like Monique said, it's all about practicing, and coming more time. So feel free to come next week. There are other times available during the week too, at night or in the afternoon. I just want to share with you the link to our YouTube video. Don't forget to go there, like the videos, subscribe to our channel. And also, if you want to to have access to the questions previously, you can go to our website. There are some plans there, classes too. Like today, it wasn't a class, just a conversation, but we have classes focused on grammar, vocabulary for beginners and intermediate students. So I think that's it. I really hope you have a great day and see you next week. Bye bye, guys. Thank you.